Please be good, 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 please be good. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy here today to review the film adaptation of the popular game franchise, Assassin's Creed. Now, Assassin's Creed begins with Cullum Lynch, a criminal who's supposedly sentenced to death, but instead is taken by Asturgo Industries to participate in an experiment called the Animus Project, which allows him to relive the memories of an ancestor. In this case, that ancestor is a man named Aguilar who lived during the Spanish Inquisition and was a member of the Assassin's Creed. And from here we follow Cullum as he relives Aguilar's life in order to learn the whereabouts of something called the Apple of Eden for Asturgo Industries, as well as become a badass and fight Templars. Now I think we all can agree when I say that Assassin's Creed was our last glimmer of hope. Hope! For a good movie adaptation to a popular video game franchise. We're not even asking for much, we're just asking for a fun, memorable, and enjoyable film that remains truthful to the original source material. And hell, they had everything at their disposal to make such a film. They had awesome trailers, good effects, the aesthetic of the film looked just like the game. They had the original creators, the original production team, Ubisoft, working alongside the filmmakers and producers to make sure that the film was as accurate to the original series as possible. And finally, they had a star-studded cast, including Michael Fassbender, not only in the lead role, but also acting as a producer on the film. And after the cringe-worthy embarrassment that was the Angry Birds film and the huge disappointment that was Warcraft, all that leaves is Assassin's Creed to turn the tide. It's its turn up to bat. And so, after seeing the film, did Assassin's Creed turn the tide? Does it prove that there can be some good video game movies out there? Nope! But honestly guys, I've become completely numb to the situation. I wasn't remotely surprised or even disappointed by the outcome here. I mean, after all, it's a movie based off of a video game. What the fuck did you expect? But that's not to say the film lacks any good qualities. It has quite a handful. For one, they definitely captured the look of the video game here in the movie. It felt like I was watching the video game come to life, especially during the chase scenes. That's exactly how it would go down in an actual Assassin's Creed video game. But does that mean they captured the spirit of the video game? A couple of the action scenes were pretty good when you can actually see them. The acting was passable at best. No one embarrassed themselves in this film, but no one really gave a good or convincing performance either. And it could be attributed to the fact that the script was pretty weak, so they didn't really have much to work off on, which is a damn shame because you have so many talented actors and actresses who are a part of this film, some of which have been nominated and even won Academy Awards in the past, yet their talent isn't being put to good use. There are so many wasted performances in this film. Jeremy Irons, completely wasted. Brendan Gleeson, for the 5 minutes he's in the film, completely wasted. Michael K. Williams, completely wasted. I know a lot of you are going to say, well, actually he plays a character from the game. That's nice, that's fine and dandy, but his character, Snoresville, he had nothing to do in this film, and it's a damn shame because I love Michael K. Williams, yet they keep giving him these weak-ass roles. Can we please give Michael K. Williams a good role? Man, he fucking played Omar in The Wire. He played that gangster in Boardwalk Empire. This guy's a good actor. Can we give him a good role? God damn it. Calm down, Tony. We're not here to rant about that. We're here to talk about Assassin's Creed, okay? Okay, let's get back to it. And the last thing that I actually enjoyed in this film was this character, Maria. Dude, she's freaking awesome. She's not in the film that much, but whenever she shows up, my attention is immediately drawn to her. She's so suave, badass and cool. I wish the film revolved around her instead of freaking Borlum Lame over here. She would have been a much more enthralling and fascinating main character to follow. She should have been the movie, not this guy. And now comes everyone's favorite part of the video where I discuss all the problems with Assassin's Creed. And the biggest problem with this film is that it's terribly... I'm drawing a blank here. What was that one word I constantly use whenever I rant about something? What is that word? It's on the tip of my tongue. Want to help me out, guys? Boring! There it is. That's the word right there. Yeah. Terribly boring. My God. Instead of trying to do what a film like Assassin's Creed should be doing, which is building its characters and presenting us with a compelling narrative, the film spends most of its time spewing out exposition after exposition, having characters proclaim what it is they do and how they feel most of the time instead of, I don't know, using the freaking visual medium to showcase this and jump from scene to scene with absolutely no fluidity. There is not one natural dialogue scene in this film. Not a single one. When characters conversate with each other, it's not to display the character's personality or to build some sort of bond or connection between the two characters that are talking with each other. No. It's only there so that one character can give another character a shit ton of information. That's it. And guess what? That doesn't make for interesting or even riveting dialogue. The dialogue here is Last Airbender levels of awful. Not as cringeworthy as The Last Airbender, but just as wooden. Most, if not all, of the characters are bland, generic, and completely forgettable. Borlum Lame here is such a weak and unconvincing protagonist whose motivations aren't quite clear in the film and whose growth is so heavy-handed and unearned. Like one minute he hates the Creed, he never wants to be a part of the Creed, and then the next minute he's like, whoa, I finally see the light. I am an assassin, and I'm part of this Creed, I'm part of this brotherhood. Let's go, my brothers, let's go kill! He's just an unengaging and unsympathetic character. I didn't give two shits about him. Anything could have happened to him throughout the film, and it wouldn't have bothered me. Sophia, played by Marion Cotillard, was equally as dull. Her main purpose in this film was seemingly to be the exposition fairy, to spew out all this information for the main character to know, and thus the audience now knows, and to build a bond with Borlum that you never buy. You never believe that they're forming a bond or connection because, again, they never have a natural dialogue scene between them. The only time they ever talk is whenever she has to tell him something that he needs to know, like, oh, you're doing this for this purpose, and I'm gonna need you for this. And while on that subject, there was way too much focus given to Sophia and her relationship with her father. I didn't come to see their family drama. I came to see some assassin badassery. Stop giving so much attention to this boring ass family. And speaking of the assassins, guess how many times we get to see them throughout the film? Go on, guess. Don't know the answer? Well, don't worry. I'll tell you what the answer is. It's 4. 4 motherfucking times. And it's not like their scenes are all that long either. Most of them are around 5 to 8 minutes apiece. So you mean to tell me that in a nearly 2-hour film titled Assassin's Creed, the assassin bits, aka the things we came to see, only make up 1/6 of the movie's runtime? Wow! Wow, movie! Wow! That is an epic fail if ever I saw one. And that's not even taking into account how it would constantly jump back and forth between the past memory and present day when Borlum is using the Animus, which not only takes even more time away from the cool assassin shit that we want to see, but also takes you right out of the action that's unfolding right in front of you. Now, I understand why they did this. They wanted to add a unique style to the action scenes to make them stand out. Oh, look how we're juxtapositioning between the actions of the past assassin and what Borlum is doing while using the Animus. Isn't that really neat? Isn't that really cool? Sort of, but it's not all that cool. It's not as cool as you probably think it is, and it just ruins that awesome action scene. It does more to break immersion than create tension. But it's not just the stylistic choices that ruin the action, as the action scenes hit the trifecta for how not to make an action scene. It's really tight, which means they zoom into the action, which makes it really hard to see who's hitting who. It's shaky, and the editing is choppy. I couldn't tell what the fuck was happening most of the time. And least we forget the lack of tension or danger in any of these action scenes. Never once did I feel like the main character was in a life-threatening situation or was facing constant peril and his life was on the line. No, I always knew that the character was going to survive and make it out alive. So if there's no sense of tension, there's no sense of threat, why should I care about these action scenes? There's nothing really gripping me to it. And finally, the climax of the film is very underwhelming. But to be perfectly honest, guys, I completely checked out of the film by then. I didn't care how the film ended. It could have ended on the biggest epic of all time, or it could have ended on a whimper. I would have been like, it took us freaking 2 hours to get to this point. I don't care. End the goddamn movie already. Overall, guys, what else is there to say about Assassin's Creed? It's just business as usual. Another case of a bad movie adaptation of a beloved game series. We have seen this song and dance done so many times before. Why should we even care? Why do we even bother? We all know what the outcome will be. And thus, I'm not really all that pissed about it. I'm just kind of done with it all. I'm done hoping that there's going to be a good video game movie. I don't see that happening anytime soon. And that's why I'm just gonna give it a 2 out of 5 stars. It's an easily forgettable film, and I just don't want to waste my time with it anymore. I'm done with Assassin's Creed, and I'm done with video game movies. For the moment. But as always, guys, I'm not the end-all be-all opinion when it comes to Assassin's Creed. I would love to know what you guys thought about the film as well. Did you actually enjoy it and found it to be one of the better video game movies out there? Or did you agree with all my points and found it to be just business as usual, making the same goddamn mistakes as all the other video game movies that came before it? And let me know, what is the one thing that we can do to make a video game movie work? Like, we all have been trying to figure out what is the formula to make video game movies actually good. So maybe you guys have the answer, so comment below, let me know, and stay tuned. I have another movie review coming your way, and it's gonna be a positive one. I know it's been mostly negative lately, but I promise you, this one will be positive because I really enjoyed this film, and I really want you guys to go see it. I also have an anime review coming real soon, and probably a special video on its way. Hopefully I can get it done. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of the 12 days of anime, and as always, if you'd like to support the Black Critic Guy just a smidge more, why not donate to my Patreon? Link is in the description. That'd be a really awesome Christmas present for me. And if you'd like to send me any letters, you can send it to this P.O. box right up here. And as always, guys, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel, be a part of the Black Critic Group, please hit that subscribe button below, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm talking about in a second, the assassin known as the Black Critic Guy, ready to kill all video game movies. Till then, peace, YouTube!